put red noses on our reindeer cookies because the Rudolph Company wrote the corporation a letter. It's a real thing. They really do own the trademark, and so wink wink. We had Gustav the Green-Nosed Raingoat. But all the other plot points in that segment were pretty much the same. We had Gift of the Magi in there, which was hysterical. A really clever, well choreographed rendition of the Nutcracker. It's a Wonderful Life. We had a game show segment. We had some commercials. There was a little bit of something for everyone, and that's why I think this script has so much appeal for people of all ages. It was a small audience the night I went, and I think it's worthy. The Luby is a pretty large facility, has a large stage, and I would love to see all those seats filled, not only to enjoy the show, but just to put some money toward continuing the great mission of the Tennessee Women's Theater Project. So let me tell you about the individual actors and where I felt they shone the best and the brightest, and then I'll give you an opportunity to go and catch it for yourself. And okay, so we had Robert Coles, who is a friend of mine, but he's not paying me for this endorsement. He didn't give me a comp or anything, but I would be objective anyway. Robert is somebody I've known through the theater world, through mutual friends. We're friends on Facebook and all that good stuff. And, I think we've been to a few auditions at the same time, but I've never really seen him perform in a show. And it's always so interesting to me. You have perceptions of people, you meet them in real life. This is what people tell me. You come across a certain way in your day-to-day life, and you see somebody on stage, and they're very different. And it's so awesome and interesting to see somebody pull off that theatrical energy. And Robert has a great gift for, I could see him on a sitcom. He's very, very funny. He would make a great sidekick on any sitcom that you see on television. So The X's is one that comes to mind, which is a current one on TV Land. I could see him being like the next door neighbor on The X's or something like that. But anyway, Robert was really especially awesome in the Rudolph. Oh, not the Rudolph, the Gustav the Green-Nosed Raingoat segment. Wink, wink, wink. He played 3 characters in that, very versatile. He did the bossy head of the elves. He did the Yukon Cornelius spoof. And he also did the Jack in the Box character. All very funny. Cartoonish voices, the physicality. He's a big presence on stage. So he was really very funny. Gave me some belly laughs on that. And he also, I have to say, in the It's a Wonderful Life segment, does a mean Jimmy Stewart impression. So good job. I don't know, I can't imagine. These actors must have had to go back and watch all these specials to really pick up on the voices, because they conveyed these characters quite effectively. Then we have Dresden LeBron, the actress that I have never seen in anything before, but she has a great knack for the droll. And when she especially cracked me up, well, she cracked me up in 2 spots, but she really gave me some heavy, heavy laughs when she would come out and do little interspersing segments telling the audience the traditions in different Christmas, different countries, in different cultures, the various Christmas traditions, and they were all just so heinous. Like if children were bad, they would be dragged away in bags. Really awful, old school, Aesop's dark fairy tale types of traditions that Christmas originated from. I don't know how many of these are fully accurate. Probably, knowing some of the dark origins of many of our fairy tales and customs and fables, I would not be surprised if these were all true. But it just was such dark comedy for her to come out and say, these awful fates that the children would have if they were bad. It was way beyond lumps of coal and things like that, but it just was it's my kind of humor, let me say. I love the dark humor. She delivered that in such a deadpan way I still laugh about it. It was great. And Dresden was also extremely funny in a physical way during the Nutcracker segment. All three of the actors had a big part of the dancing Nutcracker segment. Had no dialogue. It was all set to the Nutcracker theme music. Really brilliantly choreographed. I will have to give credit to the choreography. I'm not sure if Chris and Mary Anna had a hand in that, but the original production is credited to Wade Woodruff. And I'm not sure if he directed the original production of this script in another city, or if he directed the original Nashville rendition of Every Christmas Story Ever Told, and then some. But I will have to give Wade Woodruff due credit as well. I won't give away everything. Let me just say it involves tutus and Christmas balls, and that's all I will say. And then the wonderfully awesome James Rudolph, and I'm looking forward very much to seeing him in more productions. He's very versatile. You know, played a couple of the roles in drag. Also made the cupcakes for the intermission. I didn't have one of the cupcakes, but apparently James is involved with a baking company. Let me see if I can find the name of that baking company. I don't see it at the moment in the program, but you'll have to go to the show and find out for yourself and try one of these wonderful, oh, here it is, Jay's Delectables at 983-3376. So you'll have to try some of his wonderful cupcakes. And in addition to being a good baker, he's a really funny, good actor. And I could see him doing a number of different styles of acting, dramatic as well as comedy. But I will have to say, to compliment Robert Cole's Mean Jimmy Stewart, James did a really spot-on Donna Reed in It's a Wonderful Life, and a blonde wig and everything. It was great. Let's see. Oh, and my second favorite segment with James was when he did Gift of the Magi. And I won't give away the twist to that, but it definitely was a twisted version. Awesome, guys. Awesome work. So all the way around, there are many, many things to recommend about this show. And I'm not going to give away every single part of it. I will say that I was dragged on stage for the game show segment, and it was, Is There Really a Santa Claus, Virginia? And I knew when I saw that third empty seat, they had three contestants, and two of the actors, and then one empty seat. And then Robert was the host, and I thought, one actor, two actor, three actors, they're going to pull somebody up from the audience, and it's going to be me. So I just hammed it up, and I did my little Price is Right jig when they called me up, and I hugged Robert, and he asked me inane questions. I probably answered every one of them wrong, and I still don't know to this day who won, and I definitely did not get any parting gifts. But my gift was just an hour and a half of very enjoyable entertainment. So you have to go see Every Christmas Story Ever Told, and then some. And I'm going to give you the name of the theater company. Again, it's the imaginarytheatercompany.com. Imaginary Theater with an R-E company.com. Their number is 538-7620. That's 615-538-7620, and call and find out about their season tickets, find out about what else they are doing. You won't regret it. Have a wonderful Christmas, and hopefully I will see you on here before Christmas. But if not, I'll be reviewing some more shows for you in 2014. Congratulations to Robert Coles, Dresden LeBron, James Rudolph, Mariana Clark, Chris Clark, Imaginary Theater Company, and the Tennessee Women's Theater Project. Happy New Year.